love me, yeah, they love me. First love yourself. For that, and God we trust me. I don't trust myself. Your jewelry, I get it took. No show.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Florida, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. They will also match your first deposit up to $100, and you get a special pick when you sign up. Of course, I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts, Cam and Mase.
What up, my guy?
Thanks for that yesterday. I'm feeling a little loose. Yeah, that was a nice.
Loose.
Yeah, man, that was what you call a consensual surprise. That surprise was definitely consensual. So thank you for that, man. I really appreciate that, man. I like you said, sometimes a surprise is never consensual. I have to disagree. I'm gonna have to disagree with that. But thank you for that, man. It was a great, and Treasure, thank you too, because without you putting together, I would have never got that.
Right.
Feeling good and ready to go, man. Pause.
Great. Today, we are joined with our football analyst, Maurice Clarett.
Mo C, what's happening, baby?
Mo brushing his waves.
Hey, I picked it up from the Harlem Brothers, you know what I'm saying?
No, I had to get my shit out real quick. You're talking about niggas keep it brushing.
Y'all doing?
Niggas keep it brushing. Hey. What's happening, man? What's good, baby?
Hey, my girl seen the show, and she told me that the Body Rub Babes could come to Ohio. I will tell you that.
Oh, she cool with it? She cool?
No, she said they can't come.
She said, they can't come.
Yeah, there's a no-fly zone in Ohio for the Body Rub Babes.
Yo, what shirt you got on today, bro?
Hey, look, you see, we taking over the internet.
Wait up, back
That's
up.
fire.
Yo, get it? OJ and Thanos.
Oh, shit.
That's
Team
crazy.
is strong. Now we gotta sell them shits on the Monday. We gotta sell them shits Monday. That's tough, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, you a fucking marker. You might be one of us Harlem niggas, man. You might be. But you know, Ohio ain't far from a Harlem nigga. The mentality. When he said, yo, but Mo, one day he said, are we on Underdog or we gonna put the dog under? I said, niggas don't even know what Mo talking about. I said, yeah, niggas talking that shit right there. Niggas don't even know what you talking about.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. That's what's up, man. Sorry, there's a lot of miscommunication last week, so we want to apologize to our fans that look forward to seeing you every week that you wasn't here last week. But you're here this week and we're ready to go, baby.
Okay,
let's go.
I have a more general question. So let's talk about cannabis and sports.
Wait, hold on, no, Mo. Is something that you said you wanted to ask me and Mase, you need some advice on something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, I figure we all a family.
Yeah.
And I figure y'all may have been some places I haven't been. And so one of the hardest things for me to do, with being in business and transitioning where I came from, I just asked myself, right, when you transition from the streets and you get into corporate America, right, how do you deal with the people who violate or act weird in some sort of capacity where you would have violated them in the streets, but you have to put up with it in corporate America? And I got to say, from all of my life and all the stuff I've been through, I just said, man, these two brothers at some point probably went through some similar stuff. So I just figured I'd ask.
That's a great question, man.
Yeah.
That's a great question because you know why? It may be worse than the street sometimes. Corporate America, the shit that they try to pull on you in corporate America may be worse than some things that people try to pull on you in the street. And for me, I can't speak for Mase, but for me, it was different levels. Excuse me. Sorry. So I've been doing this for professionally. I'll say I signed my deal in 1997. So this will be 26 years professionally that I've been in business dealing with corporations. So it's been different levels on how to deal with people when things haven't gone right. It's funny you ask that because Mase, We was talking earlier about
talking
something.
about that.
Yeah, Mase was like, I'm at the point right now, Cam, in my life where you was at when you got off entertainment. And I said, I remember that. I said, yeah, that it was go time, then don't play with me. So, this is such a great question, man. So what happened was this, and we'll be here the whole hour, so I'm going to give you a brief summary for me. When I first got my record deal, when Mase helped me get my first record deal, it was cool. And at that time, he was just happy to have a record deal. And, you think shit's going to be cool because you see people that's successful it looks successful. So my first record went gold. And I'm like, where's the money? I wasn't really getting a lot of money. My second album, I got off entertainment and I was on Epic, and a female that worked at Epic was teaching me things. She said, Cam, your marketing budget is not being spent in the right places. Your promotion budget isn't being spent. Radio is not being spent. So I was in a 7-album deal, and at that point I had to use Valence. And when I say Valence, I'm just being totally honest. Like if you see Straight Outta Compton, when Ice Cube went in there and had the bat and like tore the office up, like stop playing with me, da. That shit was Fisher Price compared to what I did. You know what I'm saying? I was going to Epic Records every day with 40 niggas, going in niggas' cubicles, knocking their computers over, eating chips. Shout out to my man Luca Brasi. Luca Brasi, because that's when I used to have niggas from 40th with me, and he had Taliban niggas with him. So we merged together, and he went with me up there. And, I don't forget, I'm not a nigga who forget or discredit. So it was my niggas and his niggas, and we went up at Epic Records every day until it was totally uncomfortable. And then I was with me and Dame Dash that fell out. So I went to Dame and apologized, and I'm like, Dame, I need to get out this deal, because Dame was up at this time. And basically, Dame, he went with me one day. He said, well, what are you doing to get out the deal now? So I said, meet me in front of Sony. He met me. And he was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I said, come on, let me show you. And we went up there and wrecked the whole shit. And Dame was like, Dave McPherson was the president, and he was like, Dave's like, yo, Cam, this isn't going to stop. We should figure something out. And he got me out my deal. So basically, that's how I got out that period, that's how I got my deal. And that was like 99. So as time goes on, I don't want to be seen like that. So the next phase of dealing with niggas who treating you a certain way is, and Kaiser's my man, Michael Kaiser is my man. I'm like, now that I know the record business and I've felt I was getting jerked. Now I know how radio runs, marketing, promotion, advertisement, or where all these dollars should be going. This is prior to streaming records. So I'm talking about making CDs and just leaving the tape era and so on and so forth. So I knew Bobby Dash was the guy at radio. Me and him had a good relationship, but I knew Kaiser was the real guy at Def Jam, who pushed the buttons, who was getting Ja Rule to spins and DMX to spins and Jay-Z to spins. And I'm like, Zeke, just go sit with Kaiser every day and not be annoying, because Kaiser's my man, but don't ever come upstairs again. I don't want to see your face until I don't ever want to see you again. You come here every day, and Kaiser's like, Cam, what's Zeke doing here? I'm like, nah, he's just learning. But Zeke just, his learning is different. More of the story is we got the #1 spinning record in Def Jam history where Old Boy came out. And then, so that wasn't really no violence. It was just more of a presence, I would say. And then the next step is when Hey Ma came out, it didn't work at Urban at first. So Kaiser's like, Cam, you can have Zeke sitting here all day you want. It's not working. It seems like a crossover record because Lionel Richie sample. And he's like, it's working at Z100, but it's not working at Hot 97. Like, what's going on with that? He's like, you got to talk to radio. Ken Lane, shout out to Ken Lane. He ran all the pop stations. Said, Zeke, leave there. This is your new office. And he sat in Ken Lane's office all day till we was on every pop station, every Z100, it's different stations. That's like the pop station for New York. And Hey Ma was the #1 pop record, and it crossed back over to Urban. So sometimes you got more, I could go through this way. Sometimes you got to lean on niggas for us. In a respectful way, because I was just about to go through some whole shit, in a respectful way to get what you need to get. But sometimes, a lot of times, especially today, it's different eras. Cameras everywhere, cell phones everywhere. Everything is being recorded. This is when, not saying cameras were scarce, but you just couldn't pull out your phone and tape everything was going on. But, it's a great question how to handle it today, because I know niggas that'll put on a high jib and act like Muslim females and creep up on you if need be. Hope it don't get to that.
Niggas got construction working outfits and everything.
All type of shit. So that's my quick story. Luckily, I haven't had that problem in years, and hopefully I don't run into that problem. This is crazy. Me and Mase just had this conversation. I said, I hope nobody, I swear to God, I told him this yesterday. I said, I swear to God, I hope nobody make me backtrack and play with my money. I just told him this yesterday. And nobody's doing that, but we just had that conversation. Sorry to be long-winded, Mase, if you want to elaborate.
And I concur with what Killer just said. I agree with you, Cam, like yesterday. And because what I'm thinking about is my story is pretty much the same. I don't have any good ways to handle it. I remember going to the radio station to get Puff to sign the paperwork. We had to go outside the lawyers. So we got sometimes it takes that. And pressure makes people do things that they wouldn't normally do. So, and then the last time he need more paperwork signed, I remember just telling Puff, I'm just not going to sign it. He was asking me to sign something. I didn't sign it. And shout out to him. He did it anyway, without even allowing me to sign something I didn't want to sign.
Well, listen, man, don't necessarily take our advice.
Don't take our advice.
Get you a lawyer.
The moral of the story is don't take our advice on this,
Exactly. Get you a lawyer, and hopefully things will work out even better. Because look, sometimes people don't think you'll go that far and they don't want to get sued. And what happens is if you win a lawsuit most of the times, or lose a lawsuit, pardon me, you have to pay the other person's attorney fees. So not only do you lose your money, and you have to pay your lawyer, whoever you lost to, and their attorney fees. So sometimes people don't even want to risk that, and they want to settle, and they'll settle out. So you can always threaten by suing. It depends on the scenario. If you're dealing with a disgruntled employee, that's not a lawsuit situation. That's just like a disgruntled employee. If you're dealing with a business partner that's trying to get over on you, hey man, I would say get a lawyer. It may take a while, and what happens is, depending on how powerful you are or the lawyer is, that shit could get pushed back for years.
Yeah.
So it's no right answer for this, Mo, but that was a great question.
And I was thinking, go ahead, Mo.
No, I would just say it was nothing more. Like, I get caught into these modes where somebody will try to beat me out of something. Like, people will resent you that you had success after you fail, or they don't see that you are educated or you own something that they wish that they can own. And oftentimes it's people who, they other educated people. You know what I'm saying? They feel like, you shouldn't be where you at. And I had a dude trying to beat me out of 50 grand. And I said, my man, I was like, don't get all the smiles and shit fucked up. Don't get all the little public speaking and things that you see on the internet fucked up. Like, you're not going to play me like that. And then I got to catch myself because I'll be like, yo.
Yeah, Mo, I was about to say, you about to lose the endorsement, Mo.
Yeah. And
you going back to UConn with that.
Yeah, now listen, now to tell you, and that's why I say it's different scenarios, because listen, let's say for instance, we get into a problem with, on the level me and Mase at, with somebody we're doing business with, hypothetically, and not nobody that we're doing business now, because all our partners are great.
Yeah.
But somebody on the level that we're doing business with, we can't threaten them. You know what I'm saying? We can't sit there and say we're going to go do this to you. But, you can have that verbiage, but realistically, you can't do anything like that, especially moving forward, because people of their caliber may not want to deal with you moving forward after you stop business with them. They're like, oh, they guys want to take it this route. And you may be 100% right, but they'll say that wasn't the way to handle it. So I'm not mad at the verbiage, but don't take it to the next level, especially where you're at, Mo. A lot of people don't know that Mo has over 500 employees working for him right now. So where you're at right now in life, it's not to be risked, bro. You have too much going on and too many people looking at you. And not only that, too many people depending on you.
Mm-hmm.
No, 100%. I think this is just nothing more than just You got to bring your frustrations and complaints to somebody.
It's a place to vent. It's a place to. This is definitely a place to vent and say what I would have done.
And it's all solid advice. Okay. So more general questions. Cannabis in sports. Do you think it will ever have a place?
When you say a place in sports, what do you mean? Like, is it going to be a part of the halftime show?
Not a halftime show, but do you think it should be allowed? Like, should it be encouraged? Should athletes stay away from it? What do you think about it?
This is a good question because I know that weed is legal in a lot of places in the United States, but I still don't know if America is ready to see their favorite player high at halftime. I think one time I saw a guy on the layup line and I was like, yo, he's high. You know, I couldn't smell it, pause, but I knew I could tell by the way his eyes look, yo, he's really on that pack right now. And then he goes out there and doesn't score the points he normally would score. So I don't know. I'm undecided about that.
I think that for football players, it should definitely be allowed. They go through a lot of trauma, a lot of pain, a lot of things they have to deal with, and then they want you to take these shots and these drugs and everything else, which is legal, but it's going to leave a longer term effect moving forward. Like, you know, you get. I can't even think of the Oridol or whatever them Oridol, one of them Oridols.
Toradol.
Yeah,
Toradol.
Right. And you get these shots.
Orisol.
Yeah, like Mo, this is a great, you probably know the medicines that they give people, especially you're in that field now after playing football, that they give you, and it'll do 25 times more damage than we would ever give you. You know, I have to salute people like Ricky Williams, my man Megatron up there in Detroit, for leaving and joining the cannabis space, for saying, look, you want me to take all these different drugs, but I'm just trying to medicate off something that's legal. And it's like you said, certain places, not everywhere. And it's not going to do long-term damage to me as far as these other drugs that y'all are telling me to take painkillers for now. You know, Gilbert Arenas was talking about when he first got to the NBA, how it was a game, he said, not in the locker room, not in their pocket, somebody get fouled, and a dime bag of cocaine came out of niggas' socks in the game.
What?
He said, word to blood. He was like, yo, he said, Gilbert Arenas, he said, not in the locker room, not in the car. He said, somebody get fouled and a dime bag of cocaine comes out somebody's socks. He said, I'm looking like, yo, what the fuck is this? So, like Mase was saying, you don't want to see your favorite player maybe high at halftime, but I'd rather see him high than coked up.
Yeah, definitely.
Like that coked up at halftime is wild.
I seen a few niggas get 30 high though.
Oh, I watched a lot of niggas get high and bust ass. I know certain people that can't play without smoking before they go before they play. Look, and I'm not talking about it. Look, matter of fact, I'm not saying any names.
Yeah, me neither.
But I know a lot of NBA players that get high.
One nigga got the MVP and he was high every game. So
right. So I think it's a place for it, but I think it needs to be monitored and not just a wild cowboy situation. Like, man, like you said, I'm going to smoke at halftime or whatever. So
yeah, niggas losing by 13. These niggas stressing me out.
Yeah.
I'm going to light up one, you know?
Exactly.
I was thinking, like, I thought like cannabis will be viewed sort of like gambling, how it was back in the day. Gambling used to be like real taboo, and to associate it with sports, people always viewed it as like a negative thing. And as like you have more athletes who get into the space, and then if you have more larger corporations who buying up all these small cannabis companies, I just keep on asking myself, like, at some point, do the people who don't look at weed as taboo, do they grow up and then they start to make the decisions, be it that they're in these investment groups and they talk about the wellness benefits and things of that nature. So I was just thinking like that, like gambling used to be like so taboo with sports and nobody would ever say it, but now it's a normal thing. And I wonder if we would eventually be in that space now that you have like big pharmaceutical and tobacco companies buying it.
Yeah, eventually it will, just like we're seeing gaming, like you just said, we're seeing betting and everything else on shows now. So I could see that happening as the future comes in.
Another general question. Do you feel like activism works in sports? So a lot of times I feel like athletes are told, shut up and play. But what is your interpretation of that?
I don't know. I think activism works to a point, right? It's easy to get guys riled up. It's easy to get guys to say, hey, man, I care about this thing because it becomes a popular thing, right? A few years back, it was the George Floyd issues and all of what they did around the NFL. And then prior to that, you had the thing going on with Kaepernick, right? But to me, it seems like anybody who does any sort of activism, who's ever pushing a narrative, they grab one person and they kind of control what it is that they want or is accepted from whatever person that they push into the front. And speaking of specifics to college athletics, I think the way activism could work for those guys to rearrange what's going on in college sports is to basically sit out, and I'm talking about just totally stop, sit out, and force people, these corporations, these teams, these universities, force people to have an honest discussion about what athletes should be compensated. I know that's bridging the story with Jimbo Fisher, but when you see somebody get paid $80 million for them to quit and leave, and you're talking about athletes who still can't benefit from the school, you have to ask yourself, like logically, like where's all this money at? Where is it coming from? Where is it going? And how do you participate? And people don't listen to you until you take extreme measures and just basically say, hey, we're going to stop the whole money train. And somebody's going to represent us and our interests, and that's how I feel it can work in the collegiate space.
As far as activism, do it be working for sports? For white people, sometimes, them niggas start, you got to go down to Charlotte, Clark, or whateverville. One of them villes. One of them villes down there in Virginia.
Mechanicsville.
Yeah, one of them villes, they start all this black shit. Sometimes it be working. Now it's a lot of cameras and shit, so niggas can't get away, but they'll still go for it. And it ain't just college. It's funny that you brought this up. Not funny, but it's funny that we talked about this the other day. And I'm just going to jump out the college space for a minute. And we were laughing because, and to us, it may be funny, but this may be a serious situation in North Carolina because their fans, the football fans for their team out there, are going to go protest when the season's over because they're tired of losing. And it's like, yo, so we're laughing and shit like, yo, niggas going to go do a peaceful protest. And the matter of fact, OJ was on the show and he said, man, he seen a kicker get his ass kicked in a bar. So sometimes it could turn violent. But I have no idea how much success it's going to have. What I will say is this. Since the pandemic and COVID and George Floyd situation, a lot of people are giving us a lot more notice. And it took a lot of ass whippings out there on our behalf to give to them after George Floyd fucking shit up, pulling out guns. I'm not promoting all this. I'm just speaking of all the things that happened in post-George Floyd's death and what went on during the pandemic. People snatching news reporters' microphones talking about we going to do this for Floyd. And it was a bunch of stuff to people. I remember that going on and the riots was happening and seeing random shit like Wendy's said they going to donate $1 million to the black community. Where's
Wendy's never gave niggas a free burger, let alone $1 million.
But where's the black community? Where was the money being delegated to? Oh, they fucking up more shit? Pepsi has $5 million to delegate to urban America. So that goes kind of back to the question you originally asked us. How do you handle certain shit? And like we said, we not promoting violence, but once shit started getting shaky, niggas started coughing up money, and then they don't even know where to allocate the money to.
Yeah, when they give out $5 million, where does that money go? Like the YMCA, where does it go?
That's a great question because I don't know if they have somebody that works for them and says, okay, if you got $5 million, let's give $250,000 to the kids in Omaha, Nebraska. Let's give another $250,000 to San Francisco. Yeah, who's allocating the money? Yeah. But they get so scared. 5 million Black America, that's you.
Activism is a big bag, huh? That's what I'm hearing. So you're saying how would that work with sports?
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is this. It's a big bag when you're scared. If you're not scared, they may just brush you off. Yeah. Look, think about it, man. When I'll use the Hurricane because he is a boxer.
Yeah.
He went to jail. Muhammad Ali was out there for him. Jim Brown, a whole bunch of people out there protesting. I know we're in a different time today.
Kaepernick.
Yeah, a bunch of people. Yeah, exactly. A bunch of different people protest. And sometimes lessons not learned in blood are quickly forgotten.
You said that before.
That's from the movie Law Abiding Citizen, but I like it.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Kindness is not going to get you far when you're protesting.
Yep.
So, Maurice, you started talking about the dismissal of Jimbo Fisher, the Texas A&M coach. He was fired, but he has a $76 million contract buyout. Meanwhile, players still can't even get paid directly from school. So can you elaborate kind of that situation more and then your thoughts on that?
Yeah, man, he was let go from Texas A&M, and they had to buy out his contract, and the total buyout from everything all comes up to like $127 million. And he also did something similar at Florida State. And so I'm not hating on Jimbo Fisher. And just for context, the entire reason that I got on a speaking tour was for me going down to Florida State with Jimbo Fisher, and Jimbo Fisher saying, say whatever the fuck you want to the team. That ended up going viral, and I ended up basically getting booked off of it. So I love him. But when you have $80 million that's basically being given to the coach, where you have to pay him $80 million, then you have to hire the new guy in and pay him 80, 90, $100 million, you know that there's money inside the system. And so I'm not hating on any coach, be it head coach, assistant coach, or anything. But in order to get these kids compensated, I'm talking about the kids who come from Black America, white America, whatever America, in order for that money to be spread out evenly, you have to have somebody sit down and advocate for these guys. And that's all I've been saying. And so if you see the conversation swirling around the internet, that is the conversation. How do you pay somebody $80 million to walk away? But yet on the other hand, you say, hey, man, how do you pay these kids? And so that's all I'm saying. A lot of people don't know name, image, and likeness money doesn't come from the university. That comes from sponsorships, boosters, and things that they fundraise outside the universities. And the university is sort of let off the hook from paying these athletes anything when they generate, tens of millions of dollars, in some cases, hundreds of millions.
And not only that, let me ask you, because I'm just asking, because this from what I heard. If you even get an endorsement deal for your name, image, and likeness, you have to, if it's a conflict with the school, so let's say the school has a contract with Adidas, but Nike wants to give you a deal, you can't even do the Nike deal or at least wear it at the school because you're conflicting with the school's money. Is that correct?
That's 100% correct. And that's why they're saying it's limited, and you're basically blocking the player from benefiting everything that they can benefit from their name, image, and likeness. And so it limits and it condenses who you can do business with and give you large money. And what it is like, how like when a person has not had nothing, and if you give them something, they'll think like, oh man, this is a great thing. No, a great thing. You want this to be perceived as a great thing. What is the fair thing? You know what I'm saying? What should I be getting and what is my economic impact? But I always go back to if you keep on filtering out a bunch of dumbass players, if you keep on uneducating dudes and keep on pumping them in the system, you'll never internally have anybody to come and question what they've been through. And so then you'll just have a bunch of happy niggas who come back to the games, put on T-shirts to say, yay for the university. And so I don't want to turn into that conversation, but that's like, if you look around America, that's kind of what you have. You don't have anybody who's been through it, been to the backside of the system and say, okay, let me advocate for the guys who come behind me. Even though I won't benefit, let me advocate for these dudes who come from communities I come from and who need to benefit from this stuff.
Mo, I know you said that you're not hating, but you said that twice and it sounded like you're hating. Hating on the guy getting the 80. I'm just giving you an observation. Whenever somebody keeps saying I'm not hating, there's probably some hate in there, Mo.
No, well, you can classify, but I keep on saying Hey, I'm not hating on him. I'm not mad at him, but can we at least spread out the compensation to some of the players who help to make you who you are? Like if you go out there, you put in work, and the work that we put in allows you to become who you are, how do you not benefit from that? So that's the ongoing conversation that I have with all of collegiate athletics. How do you not benefit from that?
What I just looked at some stuff since this conversation came up, and when they fire these coaches, that means they're going to hire another coach, which they're going to pay, which is more millions of dollars that these kids haven't gotten. Since 2023, look, I'm just going to read off some stuff that I just actually looked up. Auburn fired their coach last year, 2022. He's owed $15.5 million. Nebraska fired their coach, Scott Frost. He's owed $15 million. Georgia Tech fired their coach, $11.4 million. Wisconsin fired his coach, Paul Kreis, $11 million. Carl Durrell for Colorado, well, we know why you had to get out of my nigga Dion came through. Still owed him $8.7 million. My nigga Herm, give Herm Edwards his money. That's my nigga Herm. We ain't gonna talk about Herm. They owe Herm $4 million. Give Herm that money, nigga. I'll fuck with Herm. More of the story is $146 million owed to coaches that's not even coaching. So that means there's more money to pay more coaches, and kids are still not getting any of this money, which is totally disgusting.
I agree.
Crazy.
That's the point. Exactly. It is crazy.
I told y'all we need that audit. Now it's making more sense. We need an audit for college football. We need an audit for college sports, period.
The whole thing about it, I'm not disagreeing with the audit, but they not even hiding it. They throwing it in your face. They're like, this is what's going on. Audits when niggas is trying to hide something. This is dead ass in the nigga face. Pause. Yo, we ain't hiding nothing, nigga. We giving this nigga 120, 170, 80 million to step off, and that's what it is. I ain't mad at the audit because, look, it might be way more than that. So you're absolutely right. But God damn, just to throw 146 million in a nigga face and be like, oh, well, them niggas not even coaching no more as well.
Yeah, you got to really not like a nigga to give him 100 and leave.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what that nigga did. Yo, you pay a girl some money to go, but 100 something million and tell a nigga don't ever come back here?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Okay, so there are actually more issues concerning college coaches. A lawsuit was made against Ole Miss head coach Lane Kiffin by a player. The player claims he was kicked off the team during a mental health crisis. So the player and the coach got in a heated argument that has since been released via audio, and Lane Kiffin is trying to dismiss this $40 million lawsuit. So my question to you is, do you think suspending it makes sense?
Do I think what? I can hear the last part.
Suspending the lawsuit makes sense.
I don't know. I look at it two ways. I don't want to minimize the young guy's mental health issues, right? So they said he had a lot going on and he walked away from the program for a couple of weeks. And when he came back, this was part of him doing this. And so on one hand, I said, hey, man, did he get some advice to go back to the team to try to set the coach up, knowing that Lane Kiffin may be a hothead or knowing that he may have some confrontation before? So I look at that piece and then how that affects other people who have real mental health issues. Then I look at on the other hand, like, okay, like what if the kid actually did go through this? And, it's kind of crazy. But what always throws me off with anything is that if you go around somebody and you're secretly recording a conversation, that's just always like a red flag for me. And like, what are you trying to get accomplished? What did you come there to do? And I think most people, that seems a little weird to go around anybody recording the conversation without them knowing about it. So I don't know. I got mixed feelings. I'll let those guys weigh in.
What I'll say is this: it's just always some shit with Lane Kiffin. Like Lane Kiffin always just skipping town as soon as another bag come through. Soon as a nigga opportunity. He just skips town. Like, it's always some shit. I'm trying to think of a nigga that I can compare to Lane Kiffin. James Harden, no disrespect. James Harden is like Lane Kiffin. He just, when shit ain't right, nigga Lane just skip town on niggas like, yo.
And get it back.
Yeah, shit just ain't clicking when Lane Kiffin gets the fuck out of it. get these jobs. I think he coached in Tennessee for 2 hours. So he was in there for how long you did? 2 days? That's some crazy shit.
Tennessee, USC, Alabama, and left the team right before the championship game.
But not only that,
now he had Ole Miss.
Yeah, and you know, we fuck around and we just, you know, we're playing to a certain extent when it comes to my nigga, what's that coach at Alabama, my nigga? But my nigga Nick Saban, we give Nick Saban a hard time, but he's a great coach, and you know he just gets a lot of NFL players. Nick Saban took a chance on your janky ass, man. Let you come in, you learn the system, and then you be like, you know what? I don't really want this nigga to win. I'm gonna get ready to get out of here right now. So before he wins, I want to really be where Nick Saban is at. He just like, so when it comes to Lane Kiffin, he's already down 30 fucking with me. He got to work his way back to 0. So especially when it comes to a mental health situation, I don't want to weigh in on this conversation too much because I didn't do the due diligence on it. But when it comes to anything Lane Kiffin, he's already down 30. So I get where you're coming from, Mo, and I agree with that too. I don't like when it's a bunch of taping me secretly to get me to say some crazy shit. So I get that as well. But Lane Kiffin, name doesn't really be in. I don't know how he keep getting jobs like that. Is he?
His agent is powerful.
Yeah, his agent, and not only that, I don't know where his football lineage is. Like, does his father
Monty
play?
Kiffin.
Monty
Kiffin, legendary coach.
That's his father?
Yep.
Knew it. So I guessed that.
You a savant,
top, nigga. No, it had to be something. It had to be. That's. I know he fucked up. Give my boy one more chance.
He's gonna mentally break down.
Yeah, listen.
It's not about football for us.
You owe me. You don't remember? You owe me. I knew it. Knew something for this nigga to keep getting this many opportunities and not winning no motherfucking championships. I knew something was going on. Like I said, Mo knows better about this particular topic. I don't want to weigh in too much, but two things. Lane Kiffin's always around some wild shit, and I don't like when people record when you're not knowing, so I don't want to downplay any mental health situations, but I agree with Mo on that as well, so I'm just going to not give an opinion at all. Those are my only 2 statements that I have to say.
This nigga is bugging out. Yeah, no, disclaimer, you know. I'm just thinking about listening to what y'all saying. He goes in and learns the system and then says he's the system. It's crazy.
What are you talking about? Lane Kiffin? Yeah.
He basically said he's the system.
Everywhere.
Learn the system. Now I'm the system.
No, he did that as being the assistant coach at Alabama. He be getting head coaching jobs. He coach Ole Miss right now. When I'm saying to Tennessee, so I can't remember, Mo, and you may know longer than me. How long was he there, dead ass? I know I was exaggerating. But
2 days.
It was something like 2 weeks, and then he went to USC.
That's what I'm saying. I know I'm not bugging. I remember this shit. The niggas, they gave him an initiation. They had the whole city. Lane Kiffin's about to coach Tennessee. It's gonna be crazy.
The money cleared and he bought it.
Nigga, first football practice, they waiting for him. He at USC, nigga. That nigga's on the field waiting for this nigga. He never even came to practice. Niggas like, yo, I'm sorry to everybody in Tennessee down there, but this opportunity I could not miss. Yo, bro, that nigga left niggas hanging paws. And 2 weeks, I knew I wasn't bugging. I remember that situation because I'm like, why would niggas hire this nigga? Oh, every school
50 years.
Oh, every school he worked at, his dad worked there as well.
That's a good read.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay. Michigan. They have a lot going on. The Big Ten has suspended the coach, Jim Harbaugh, from coaching for the rest of the season. Do you feel like the team is still getting penalized before the investigation is finalized?
Yeah, 100%. And it's not the popular thing to say, but, it's the same thing that Black people say, don't convict me of something before you do the investigation. For those young kids to be playing all season, winning all season, and the Big Ten commissioner and the NCAA, for them to get so much pressure from social media and just people constantly talking about it, I think it's not the right thing to do to suspend them just because you have accusations of what they do and so many people rumbling about it. You also have to realize there's another factor that plays into it. The ESPN had lost to Big Ten contracts, right? And losing those contracts to air those games have been another factor into the driving of the narrative from ESPN and what's going on about this. And, all these like contributing factors that people don't understand, all the business behind the stuff. I just don't like when stuff is not done clean and done wrong or done underhanded. And I think that Michigan is kind of in a situation right now where these kids have played, they've been winning on the field, and then due to politics and people sort of hating Harbaugh, they've put these young kids in a difficult situation to potentially go to the national championship.
Mo, I think you're kicking Michigan but while they're down, it's an Ohio thing.
He's giving Michigan props, actually, Murder, if you're listening to him. I don't think you're listening. He's actually giving Michigan mad credit. He's saying they doing Michigan wrong. You just hear Michigan, and he's giving Michigan mad credit. I should be mad about that, not you. He's basically saying that's fucked up what they doing to Michigan and getting fucking Jim Harbaugh out of there when them niggas is winning and they have camaraderie and chemistry and on the verge of possibly winning the national champion, that you're going to take him out the equation and he's not even found guilty yet. But it's one of them situations you're guilty until proven innocent. That's what Jim Harbaugh is going through right this particular moment. So I 100% agree with you. I hate scenarios like that. They're sitting there saying, well, fuck that. We talked about this last time he was on the show. He's agreeing with certain ways that players should get money. He's taking a lot of stance to where he's questioning the institutions, not just Michigan. I'm talking about the whole NCAA on why kids are not getting paid. And they're like, you know what? Sit your ass down. How about that, Jim? Sit your fucking ass down, and hopefully you might lose one or two or maybe three of these games. They already won the first game last week, but get you out of contention for going for a national title. And I think that's fucked up as well. I think that is fucked up. Even being a Buckeye, I have to give credit to Mo for saying that because we both Buckeyes, but what they're doing to Michigan is really fucked up.
Yeah, I thought he was saying that sarcastically.
You
know how you hate a nigga and you be like, I don't wish that on my worst enemy.
You didn't know what he was talking about, Mase. You didn't know. You didn't know.
Actually.
You didn't know. You
I
didn't
did,
know.
actually.
We could say that. We know you didn't know.
You didn't let me finish.
I did let you finish.
You ever met people that don't like somebody and they be like, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, but they actually are happy that it's happening? It's just something good to say.
You know they can see you out there, right?
Yeah.
you know they can see you, right?
They should be able to see.
Yeah, and then when they see this, they're gonna be like, he might as well DJ the way he be spinning. That nigga might as well give him two turntables the way he be spinning.
We know this story. This is the guy with the cheeseburger. I actually really thought he was saying this sarcastically. Like, like OJ does stuff. Everybody got a different sarcasm. Mo just says things, but he don't really mean it for Michigan. Even though he said that.
Okay.
Well, Maurice, thank you for being here.
Mo, thank you so much for joining us, man. We really appreciate you, man. And listen, man, we got to talk off the camera. We getting a lot more shit done. So we got some surprises for everybody on the Is What It Is network coming up soon with Mo included as well.
Hey, I will say this. Thank y'all for having me. When this airs, going to be my baby's birthday.
Oh, happy
so I'm about
birthday.
to go upstairs with the pink horsepower. You feel me?
Oh, your baby.
Yeah, no body rub, baby.
Yeah, no, I thought he meant his kid. Yeah. Okay. Listen, man. Take 1.5, nigga. I give you permission. Yo, have a good night and thank you again. All right, thanks, Mo.
All right.
We're going to go to break, and when we return, we will talk about the Warriors versus Timberwolves fight.
Pink horsepower.
She called this thing about toxic.
What's happening, baby? Baby, what's happening?
Why you walking like that?
That's how I walk.
And then you come on breathing on me like that. I fucking breathe to live.
And like, you used to be dark skinned and now you act like hella light skinned.
Are you fucking blind? I'm dark skinned. What the fuck?
And then like, look at your beard.
What the fuck is wrong with
Your
my
beard
beard?
looks stupid.
What the fuck are you talking about?
No, I don't even like it. The way you breathe in all of that.
Has this ever happened to you? Your girl seems to be mad, angry, upset. She's frustrated. It's only one way to handle that. Pink horsepower.
But your breath is really refreshing.
No.
I'm just trying to give you a massage. Plus, have I told you how good your beard looks lately? It looks so good.
No.
PHP. It works every time.
Wait, where you going?
Welcome back. So let's get into our Underdog Fantasy picks of the day. Tonight, OKC will play the Warriors. Underdog Fantasy has Shea at 31.5 points. Do you have him higher or lower?
Who's playing? Who they playing?
The Warriors.
I'm going to give them higher because you need to, listen, you first team All-NBA. You first team you a first team All-NBA, and these are the games that, you wasn't getting a lot of national games last year, so a lot of people was like, how'd this thing become first team All-NBA? The last few games you've been shaking, you've been getting your thing going. Pause. You had, I think, 7 steals the other night, which was amazing for last player, like the last 4 or 5 years for the Thunder to do that. This is the game where people want to see you. I'm going to take the over on 31 points. I should probably agree with Mase, but I'm going to take the over because you have to show up against Steph Curry. This is what it's about. They want to know why you're first team All-NBA and he's not. So go to Underdog Fantasy, use code CAM, and take the over on this game. If it's your first time and you put up 50, they'll credit you $100. Use code CAM, put up $50 to credit you $100, and take the over on 31.5. It was on Shea.
There we go.
If he had 28 versus the Spurs, you really think he gonna have over 31?
It's the Spurs and it's a big game. I mean, it goes like this, man. When you play Felipe, did you get hyper? Oh, then when you play Jingles.
Hype for this nigga.
Certain niggas you like. This who they love, huh?
Yeah.
This is who they really think is that nigga.
This their king.
Yeah. Every time I play Steph Marbury.
Yeah,
every time
you went crazy.
I had to go crazy because I'm like, this y'all champion? That's how I looked at it. So that's why I'm taking them on the over.
Chet Holmgren is at 7.5 rebounds. Do you have him higher or lower?
I'm gonna go lower. I watched the game with him and Wemby, and it looked flimsy on both parts, man. This shit was wild, flimsy. I was hoping to get LeBron against Carmelo in 2003 vibes, and I didn't. That was far from the vibes I got. It was definitely a dark day in OKC that night. Shit was terrible. And Chet, we were saying that you possibly can maybe beat out Wemby for the Rookie of the Year. Both of you guys disappointed. I'm going lower. I'm going low.
I'm actually gonna go higher. Chet gotta get his name back. And the front court in Golden State is so small, he should be able to get more than those rebounds.
Okay. And Klay Thompson is at 4 rebounds. Do you have him higher or lower?
That's interesting. Let me see. Klay Thompson. No, lower.
I'm going to go higher because I'm going to suspect that Draymond won't be playing. And he's going to have to go get some rebounds. So I'm going to go higher on that.
Okay, we'll definitely get into that later. Make sure to download the Underdog Fantasy app and you can make your picks too. So before we even get into the rest of the questions, we are now joined with a special guest, Cam and Mase's childhood friend, Jingles.
Now,
Hey.
hold on hold on for the viewers who haven't been watching the last few episodes. Oh.
To the top. Hey.
Yo,
Put that shit up.
Jingles came to sell it. Jing, what's up, Jing?
Yo, talk to me, baby. Talk to me nice. Yo, what's good?
Yo, listen, so just I like the intro. I love it. So real quick, just for our viewers who may have missed the episode or two, this started about 3 weeks ago when we said that players were selling candy for their uniforms, and our homeboy Jingles played for the players that were selling candy to get their uniforms. Jingles called me, said we never was selling candy. Boom, and moved on to where, Jingles stays in Seattle. He trains people out there, to where we said something else about Jingles. And Jingles, we were saying that he played for a whack team. And Jingles said, yo, y'all trying to do me dirty up there. So yesterday, Jamal Crawford said that he played Jingles one-on-one, and he beat Jingles 5-0. And I wanted details about how Jingles lost, because Jingles is from Harlem. I don't know what age he moved to Seattle, but Jingles called me like, y'all Harlem niggas always want details. Now you want to know exactly how I lost to Jamal Crawford and so on and so forth. So Jingles said, I need to come on the show to defend myself. So Jingles is here to defend himself. We said, now I'll go first. You play with the players, bro. You play with the players, my nigga. Y'all niggas was trash. We smacked y'all niggas by 30 every game. Gauchos, we killed y'all niggas. You got 25, 26 here and there, but you niggas lost every game by 20, 25 points.
CAMRON, this is me, baby. Hey, you played with the privileged team, right? You did. You played with a privileged team, the New York Gauchos. Y'all was good. But why you gonna say 25, 26? Ain't that close to 30? Give me my 30, Petty. Mr. Petty, give me 30. I had 30. I was a killer. That's what it was. I was a killer. Hey, I was a killer. Yeah, you might have. Hey.
Yo, how you a killer with a name like Jingle?
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. First of all, Cam, can I get my friend back, bro? Yo, when we was in Atlanta, I talked to this fool every morning, 6 o'clock. He was wrapped up in bubble wrap, looking like the Michelin Man running on a treadmill. Talking about, Jing, I'm gonna lose this weight. Now the nigga can, I call his phone and the Mexican answer. Can I get my friend back, bro? Can I get my friend back?
Yeah.
First of all,
yo, hold on.
Yo.
Yeah.
Mr. Petty. Hold on, Mr. Petty himself.
Yeah.
Now let's get back to this real quick. You said the players lost to everybody. And then you said we didn't play nobody, right? Tell me where the Gauchos played that we didn't play.
No, we said that y'all played everybody, but what happened is when you're losing by that much, niggas like me, Gary Saunders, we don't play the fourth quarter. That's when you get a lot. Get 20,
G. Saunders
get 20.
was younger than us.
No, but G. Saunders played in our age division since he was 9.
Yeah,
he been playing. He been playing.
Basically saying you got like 8-10 points, and then when he rested, that's when you got the other 16. Jing.
No. Listen to this. When I put on them sneakers, I ain't care who I was playing. Cam, no. I was killing niggas. From which grade you want to talk about, Cam? Tell me, 6th grade on up?
What I'm saying is this: we never seen you play high school basketball. You disappeared at 14 years
Your
old.
game didn't translate. Your game didn't translate to high school. Like some niggas didn't make it to the pros. Your game didn't make it to high school.
We only know you from 10 to 14 years old.
Stop. No, stop right there. 14, 15 years old. Y'all must be talking about Tupac. I was in New York City. I was in New York 14, 15 years old.
What school did you go to?
High school.
First of all, let me explain how it went.
I
went to Julia Richmond. I went to Julia Richmond. I got kicked out of Julia Richmond. I left and went to Seattle. I left and went to Tacoma, Washington. Let me make this clear. I didn't go to Seattle. Seattle was 30 minutes away. I went to Tacoma, Washington. You know, that's where Avery Bradley, Isaiah Thomas, Malachi Flynn, Abdul Gaddy, that's where all of them from. I went to Tacoma, Washington. My high school year, I played basketball. I played at Clover Park High School. They never seen the type of basketball that the style I came with. You guys was over there at Manhattan Center. Mase was crying all day. Cam, you right. I wouldn't have gave him the Mase was always crying. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real.
Jing, you gonna act like I wasn't Sir Mix-a-Lot out there, Jing? I didn't have niggas falling all over the place.
I'm going to get to you.
Oh, all right. Let's keep it a stack.
No, we're going to keep it a stack. I'm going to get to you. Cam, you was good. You played high school basketball at Manhattan Center. You and Mase, y'all did that. But when y'all was over there playing, I was on the West Coast giving niggas a headache. Niggas had the Advil, Tylenol. I was killing niggas. You know what I'm saying? I came back and you guys was doing this. Mason Betha. And I was like, those my niggas. I was like, those are my niggas. Nobody believed me. I was like, those are my niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, Dollar Sign was doing this in videos and you was doing what you was doing, right? Keep it real.
Yeah,
Mase, when I did play you.
Go ahead, my bad.
Mase, when I did play you.
What?
Mase, when I did play you, you did your numbers, right?
Yeah. What's my numbers? Put my numbers up.
20.
20, that's all you giving me?
Jingles, how much you had?
40.
You wildin', Jing.
Hey,
Jing, every time I got the ball, niggas was falling. They was saying the floor is slippery and all of that.
No,
keep it
right.
real.
You
Keep
did
it
make
real.
Somebody fall. Hey, Killer, I'm going to keep it real. He did make somebody fall. When I seen that, he made my man fall, I told Slim. I said, Slim, put the ball in my hand. I'm going to kill these niggas. Hey.
Y'all lost, Jing. Jing, you lost.
Dollar Sign.
You
Dollar
lost.
Sign, don't lie. We went into overtime, Dollar Sign.
Yeah, but you
I had about
lost.
40.
You lost, and
Sign,
who won in overtime, and who's the reason y'all lost? Put the light on
You
the
won
guy.
in overtime.
Yeah, who won it,
did.
Killer?
But you forgetting the fact.
Excuse me.
See, this is my thing about the whole thing, right? The whole thing is this. This is why I'm at the top of the food chain, because your team would have never won in the overtime with my team. I didn't even play the fourth quarter. I don't know what Mason is doing in overtime.
I was by myself. I beat this team by myself. It was Thanos. It was Thanos versus
old man Lee team.
Yeah. I went down there. I wasn't even supposed to be on the team. They say, yo, Mase, we ain't got 5. Put me in.
Okay,
I said,
okay.
You know,
one of them.
I had to stay the team.
Okay,
you know what
it's
I'm
one of
saying?
them dry.
I'm out there in Air Nikes, low airs. Niggas saying the floor is slippery.
Go ahead, Jingles.
Yo, listen. All that slippery, I had everybody on ice skates. Harlem could tell you, citywide, Millbank, I was killing. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I was killing. I just gotta talk about that. And Cam, you know I was killing for a fact.
I think you could have dunked in Stone Gym one time. That's the highlight I can remember.
On the
little rooms.
On the little one.
I think you could
on
the
little
biddies,
round.
man. I give you that.
Cam, listen. And we did a survey through Harlem. They're gonna tell you when dudes seen this, dudes seen that, they like, yo, Jing, what these niggas talking about? You was killing. And then not as a grown man, hold on, listen, not as a grown man, when we got to play in celebrity basketball games and we got to do that, I still was killing. You niggas was in the
Nah. I almost got a Reebok deal. In celebrity games. Don't bring that up. They barred me from all celebrity games.
Let me tell you.
They wouldn't even let me play.
Hey, listen. Dollar Sign, you just like Gilly the Kid. You run around talking about, I could beat Murray. You said, I could beat Murray. I said, Murray said, I will bet you and I will kill you.
Murray didn't show up. Murray didn't show up. I got in shape and Murray been ducking me. He said he fell in love. Did he say he fell in love? Murray said he fell in love. He didn't even answer my DM.
Fell in love with what?
He said he fell in love with his girlfriend or something. He wasn't ready to play me.
Nah, don't do that.
Yeah, wherever Murray's at, he know I asked
Murray's
for the
killer.
Come on.
Murray's a killer.
You told me, you gonna get me a car if you beat Murray. So get in shape. That's the reason I was getting in shape.
No, you was getting in shape for that single you had when we was in the studio. You was like,
Jing. What survey in Harlem did you do that the nigga said that we bugging? Who's on the survey?
Yeah.
Who you want on the survey? Let me ask y'all this.
You said you did a survey. We was trying to figure out.
Was it a boys in yesteryear's survey?
I said if we do a survey.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say I did one. Dudes is calling me like, yo, Jing, is these niggas crazy? Listen to this. I played indictment. You guys was I played indictment at my early 20s. I played indictment. Who played on the side of me was our brother, God Shamgar. That was the only time he ever played indictment. You know what I'm saying?
He helped you out, Jing.
Yeah,
Jing. He helped you out, Jing. What are you talking about?
Jing, what are you talking about?
Are you coked up?
Jing, I got the MVP in 55th when I was 16, Jing.
Yeah, Jing, what are you talking about?
I got MVP in 55th when I was 16 years old, bro.
Cam.
Yes?
You saying
what?
You got MVP in 55th when you were 16, right? You did, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What? I wasn't. No, you were 17. Stop.
I was 1992. I was 16 years old.
Oh, I wasn't there. I was gone.
Yeah, we ran you out of town, bro.
Yeah.
We ran you off to Tacoma.
No, don't do that.
Your
don't
face
do that.
was on
don't do that.
stickers,
James. Don't say that. You ain't running nowhere. You ain't running me nowhere. I was killing y'all. Let's keep it a buck. We gonna keep it a stack out here. I was killing y'all. And when I came back as a young man, I was still killing niggas.
Look,
I was still killing it.
Look, Jay, I don't know. The thing about it is this. See,
we don't know what teams he's talking about.
The thing about it is this too. What I will say is this, because we got about 6-7 more minutes. So I want people to know what you're doing as well. So I'll say a couple more things. Hold on.
For sure.
But what I will say is this, because I've been out there like Tacoma, Seattle, and all that shit. That weed is crazy out there.
Yeah.
And I see Jingles been smoking a lot of that
strand.
shit. Yeah, that weed out there is crazy, bro.
Yeah, Tacoma.
And that dispensary, I actually did an in-store to dispensary out there. Jing is on that crazy pack. That shit right next to Canada. That shit's filtering in and fucking your brain cells up, Jing.
Yeah, the nigga Jing is wildin'.
I don't smoke or drink. Hey, let me explain something to you before your 6 or 7 minutes go up. I went to school on the east side.
No, it's just 6-7 minutes, Jing.
All right, I went to school on the east side. I lived on the east side. I have family on the west side. I played all over Harlem. All you got to do is ask. There's only one Jingle in this world. That's me. And I killed niggas. And I killed both of y'all before.
Nah,
too.
Jing,
Don't
if
do
you
that.
if you was crazy, they would have gave you a better name than Jingle. That don't sound like a nigga that was killing, Jing.
What name did they give you, crybaby?
Yo, Jing,
all you did was cry. Give me the ball.
Jing, Jing, you ever played against Marquis?
Hey, that was the best player in New York.
Yeah, Marquis was like, and what he did,
and nobody don't give him his flowers.
Yeah,
Nobody don't give Biz his flowers.
I be giving Marquis his props.
I just talked to Biz like 2 months ago. That's the best player in New York City.
See, the thing about it is, this is what I be trying to explain to people is that niggas in Harlem, you start being grown at 8 because the niggas that we talking about stop playing ball at 13 and 14 years old. Like Marquis was the best player and he quit at 14. So you're absolutely right. Same thing with Jingles with all these stories. I don't remember Jingles going to Julia Richmond and nothing.
13. I don't remember one past 13.
Me neither.
I went to Julia Richmond.
Then why you ain't play on the team? You didn't make it? What happened?
Nah, I didn't go. I left due to
We're going to go to the videotape.
Oh, yeah, I remember why you left Richmond. You know I was at Julia Richmond at first, right? Yeah, when we won it all. I was the lead on that team. Yeah, me, that's who. Yeah, me, that's who.
Earlier said you got kicked out. Now you got... You said you got kicked out. Now you left.
Everybody remember... Hey, Dollar, all everybody remember is you storming off the court mad at Cam. They don't remember that, Rich. You storming off the court mad at Cam. That's real,
but I won on every level. You forgot that?
What level?
On every level. JV, freshman, I won championship on every level. Every level.
I'm allergic to JV. JV ain't
no, that's why you left. That's why you left, because I was running that team.
No, I left because I was a product of my environment at that time, and my mom's wanted better for me. That's
Jing, MVP. Just remember that, MVP.
Jing is definitely
looking
from
at
Harlem.
Him and that privilege.
That privilege. Yo, Jing. So let me ask you this.
He said you was on a privilege.
Yeah, he said give me that damn privilege. Jing, you wouldn't have made the team. You would have got cut. You would have made it.
You couldn't make Gauchos and you couldn't make Riverside. That's why you play with the players.
And you wouldn't have made Young Life neither.
Yeah, you play with the players.
Hey, I played. Hold on. Y'all got to understand. I played that Young Life. I started off at Young Life. Y'all gotta understand.
Who you played with?
Off at Young Life.
Who was your coach?
Who was your coach?
I played with Durham.
Nah,
Durham
you played with
coach.
Calvin.
If y'all call Durham, if you call Durham will tell you.
You play with
It's
Calvin.
only one jingle.
Yo, that's what we gonna do.
He played with Mr. Thompson, the light-skinned nigga
what I'm
from
gonna do,
Jersey
Jing?
or
Because
somewhere.
I still speak to Durham. I'm gonna have Durham make a video and say, Jingles, Mase, CAMRON, give me your order. He not gonna remember. You might gotta tell him it's Mark Caesar.
Yo, I used to talk to Durham all the time. I'm keeping it real with y'all.
Where's Durham gonna place you?
Durham, I don't know where he gonna play me. He gonna place me before you.
That's on my soul. He would not do that. There's no way.
He will.
Durham ain't never lost with me. He never lost with me on his team. He never lost.
Stop saying that,
That's where
man.
I get that title town from. He never lost with me.
No.
He never lost.
Oh, you guys are...
Niggas go to battle, they want murder on their team. They don't want Jing on their team. They ain't gonna win.
This is what I'm gonna tell y'all. As a grown man, I came back to New York and I played everybody. I play anybody. Y'all know that.
See, the problem is this, Jing. I gotta cut you off. I gotta cut you off.
What I keep saying, right?
I gotta cut you off because we just had this convo on the show the other day. We got a deal at 19 years old. We got record deals. So once the deal, our basketball career ended at 19. Stop telling us what you did after 19. It don't count. We wasn't playing no more.
Right.
So don't count.
You did get a deal at 19, but all I'm saying is I still was playing like Look, that's my boy. That's my brother.
Why
Look,
you
he
ain't
used to
go
hoop. He
overseas?
used to
Why
play
you ain't go
ball.
overseas?
You right.
Why you
You
ain't go
right. I said-
overseas if you was a killer
I
and
ain't
you was
need no
going ahead?
overseas. I was a product of my environment. I was a product of my environment. I
You
ain't
was
go
a dope
overseas.
dealer now?
Oh,
nigga,
see, here you go
you Sonny? Nigga, you paid
There
in
you
full
go.
now, nigga?
Man, stop, man.
I'ma walk
Come on,
off.
man.
If you say that
Hey.
right now, I'ma walk off. You a hustler
listen,
now?
Like I said, I was a product of my environment. We ain't got to get that
Killer,
deep
I'm out of
into
here.
nothing.
I'm out of here.
Yo,
Hey,
hold on,
This,
Jing.
this nigga is wild.
Yo, so let me ask you this real quick because we
So
got to
the
get ready to
reason
wrap
he
up.
didn't make the pros, he was
saying that
a
Mason-
product of
you
his
saying
environment.
You saying that? Yeah, I ain't even paying Jing no mind. He is from Lincoln Projects now.
Yeah,
That's some
he is.
tough ass projects.
nigga, y'all niggas is crazy.
You from some tough ass projects? I will say that. They're definitely for some real ass projects. But
Hey, Cam, hold on. Before you say something,
Yeah,
Cam,
yeah.
I ain't never seen you by Lincoln Fried, the chicken store when you stayed over there with the 600.
Yeah, and when I had my safe house was
I
over
was
there.
right there.
Yeah, when I had
my
to
man
join in
Cam,
Lennox
what's up,
Terrace.
Cam?
Yeah.
Right. Cam, what's up, Cam?
But what I'm trying to tell you is my basketball career was over. I was the real product of my environment. That apartment you talking about, there was some other things going on over there. But you're absolutely right. What I want to ask you is this: two questions. Mace used to call you every day before we got back together, me and Mason.
Every fucking day. This nigga waking me up at 6 o'clock. He on a treadmill rapping bubble rap, looking like Michelin Man. Talking about, Jing, I'm about to lose this weight, Jing. Now he don't call me at all. Hey, my number don't even go through.
That's crazy. So
That nigga Jing Kiffin.
Yo, Jing, real quick, because we got to wrap it up. What do you got going on, and let everybody know what you have going on in the Seattle, Tacoma area right now, and what you've been doing since you've been out there?
Well, I've been out here for 31 years, off and on.
Then how you see me in the 600 if you've been out there for 31 years? Your stories ain't matching up, man.
I said, hey, Cam, I said off and on.
All right, you got that. You got my bad.
Okay. All right, so let me explain.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a joke, but I want people to know what you're really doing out there. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I've been in Tacoma, Seattle, about 31 years. Found my little itch with basketball. Knowing the game, having the knowledge of the game. First, I started off with a program. Real quick, I started off with a program. It was called Team Washington. Funded it by myself. Didn't have any funding, but I had a few of my nephews, one of my partner's kids. A few of them that I trained and just nurtured and brung them up. They became real good basketball players. Took them around the country and played in different tournaments and stuff. Then I started liking it more, and then I started with Tony Roten. Started with Tony Roten when he was at Philly. Known DeJounte Murray since he was in 6th grade. Started training him his his freshman year of college. Guy is the hardest working dude, one of the hardest working dudes I ever met in life. We became family. He ain't just a friend. It's my little brother / nephew, Malachi Flynn. Known him since 6th grade, been training him since 6th grade. It started working for me, just being from New York, having that mentality. You know what I'm saying? Basketball is a mentality, just having that and trying to show them, 90% of basketball is mental toughness, 10% is the game. It started working like that. Like it worked really well for me. They made it, knowing Isaiah Thomas since he was a young boy, watching him grow, doing camps with Shamgar, bringing Shamgar to Tacoma. Me and Sham doing camps together, Then I started taking it to another level with doing free camps, giving back to the community, giving back to these kids, you know what I'm saying? That word, each one, teach one, we all played that little group in New York as kids. So just coming to that, now, I got a daughter that's a junior in high school, just giving back to her and her team and the program. So that's what I've been doing.
Well, Jing, it sounds really well. It sounds what you're doing is really paid off. And I want to tell you, first of all, you know, we talk a lot of shit. We all from Harlem. But making out the environment that we all came out of, you, myself, and Mase, it sounds like you have made some amazing strides and steps moving forward. And I just want to tell you that I'm proud of you. You know, I want to tell you that. What I'll say is before we leave is you didn't score 1 point on Jamal Crawford and you disrespected the whole borough by not scoring a point. And I'm going to end I have my stuff.
Yeah,
I know you
had right there.
We gave you 27 minutes. We gave you 30 minutes. Your time is almost up, Jing. You gave me 30 minutes on the whole show. You didn't score a point.
Mike Tyson in his old age. Jamal caught me when I was Tyson, when everybody wanted to fight him at his old age.
Then I wouldn't have played him, Jing. Once you get on the court, there's no
excuses once you check that ball, Jing.
We gave you 38 minutes of the show, and this is the end of it, Jing. You had your chance to say what you had to say.
You were so petty. Hey, what's her name right there? What's her name? Stat. I'm Uncle Jingles, Stat. If they had a label together, it'd be Captain You Records. They be so hard. Yo,
Jing, we love you, man.
Before I go, y'all doing a great thing. Everybody's looking in, viewing in on y'all. It is what it is. I'm proud of you guys. You know what I mean? Man. From the bottom of my heart, I'm here to give flowers, and this y'all definitely get y'all flowers for, you know what I mean, putting this together. You know what I mean? That's part of, you know the culture is the podcast. I'm happy. I know you guys, y'all my brothers. You know, keep doing y'all thing. Cam, don't be too petty and tell this nigga to pick up the phone sometimes.
All right, you know what I mean? Yo, Jing, we love you, man. Thank you for joining the show, bro.
Love y'all, bro. Love y'all. Love, man.
Okay, he had his intro. I got to do the outro. Mason Betha. Hey, Cameron Giles. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
Yo.
That was a good wrap up.
That nigga Jing.
Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.